Hey guys, thanks for joining again. Today we're going to be installing a set of Renthal handlebars on our KX250F 2014. In a previous video we did some work on a 2014 KX450F. Bikes are very similar, so if you like this and any other dirt bike stuff, make sure you subscribe to our channel. If you got any questions or comments, leave them back on the bottom. We'll be happy to get back with you. So if you guys are ready to learn, here we go. All right guys, we're back with our Kawasaki 250F 2014. We're about to install our handlebars. So this bike is a 250. It's a little bit different from the 450. One of the big differences is the handlebar mounts. We're gonna be putting the Renthal fat bars on the bike. So those bars are 1 inch and 1/8 mounting. The bars on this bike, and most standard on all the dirt bikes, are 7/8 bars. So there's a fat bar or regular bar. The sizes are 7/8 or 1 inch and 1/8. So this bar comes with 7/8 bars, so we have to use this Pro Taper adapter kit that allows us to mount the fat bars on this bike. Kit runs about 40 bucks. So if you do want to put the fat bars on and you have a standard bar on the bike, all you got to do is spend the extra couple dollars. We're going to start by taking all the controls off the handlebars and then mount the bar brackets, and then put all the controls back on the bars and lay the bars back down. So we're just gonna go through it real quick. I'm not really gonna explain too much, but basically first I'm just gonna start with the grip, everything from this side, move to that side, take it all off, throw the bars back on. All right guys, so I've gone ahead and just loosened up all of our stuff on the bars, our kill switch, our map switch, our brake master cylinder, and our throttle. I'm gonna take the crossbar pad off, which with the new bars, it comes with the new crossbar pad, so let's lay this to the side. And then we're gonna be able to see our bar mounts. So these are 10mm bolts. Go ahead and just take these off. All right, I went ahead and loosened all of our bar mounts. We'll just lay those to the side. And the reason I leave all this stuff on the bars, because once you get the bars loose off the bike, you should be able to slide them over and slide all this stuff off the bars without actually having to physically take it all off, which is kind of cool. Missed one little zip tie there, so go ahead and get that guy. So stock bars off the bike. All right, so we've already taken our stock bar mounts off the bike. And again, like I said before, we're gonna go ahead and put a set of fat bars on it, 1 inch and 1/8 bars. So we're gonna use these Pro Taper clamps that adapt the stock 7/8 bar into the fat bar. So basically, this is what the bottom piece looks like, 2 bolts in it. And you're just gonna stick it down on top of the stock bar mount. It's gonna raise the bars by about 1/2 inch or so, but it's pretty simple. The bolts are 6mm. Just go ahead and thread these down in there. One thing you gotta be careful with these things is you don't wanna strip these things out, because if you strip them out, you'll never be able to get them off. So probably somewhere around 25 foot-pounds of torque, somewhere around there. They don't have to be, they're not gonna just fall off, you know, because they have the handlebar mounted on them. So you always wanna be careful on how tight you make them. Also too, on this bike, the bar mounts are rubber mounted through the top triple clamp. So if you go to torque on them really, really tight, it's gonna spin spin the bar mount, the bottom bar mount inside of there. So you always wanna be careful that you don't, you know, gorilla tighten it and mess the handlebars up. What that'll do is once you have twisted it, when you go to lay the bars down, it's not gonna sit properly in there. So as you can see, I already got our first one on. We're gonna go ahead and put our second one on, get those tight. Then we're gonna slide all the components back onto the new handlebars, mount the new handlebars. Again, whenever you use a set of bar mounts like this, it's always gonna raise the handlebars a little bit. They do sell bar mounts that you can take these whole pieces out and stick new pieces in that are the same size for the fat bars. They're a little bit more expensive. They're about double the money than these are. Probably, I think they're around $100 or so. But this way is a little cheaper way out. So we've got our bar mounts on. Again, all our top pieces are just gonna go on just like that when we set our bars on. Plus it's a little cleaner look than having that big piece there. All right, so we're just finishing up our torque on these two bolts. Make sure they're nice and centered and straight. So as we begin to stick our bars on like we did before, we are gonna take our crossbar pad off. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and slide our brake master on. Then I'm gonna go ahead and slide our throttle back on. You always wanna make sure that you pay attention to the cable routing. So as you can see, we got our bars, all of our components on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and put our bar clamps on just so I can hold the bars into place. So if you guys can see, these there's some marks on the handlebars, 5 to 0. There's a bunch of little lines. What those are for so you can adjust your handlebars to the different riding styles, or if you adjust it one way, you can keep track of what you're doing and it's not just some kind of random mount. So I'm gonna go ahead and and it also lets you line up the bars from side to side here and from here exactly where you want them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get them to center. You always want to tighten the top of the bar clamp first. Snug it up. Then I always make sure that I put my hands on the bars and make sure that they feel good too, you know, just obviously when you use handlebars, it's rider preference. So you want to make sure that the rider is comfortable with them. We usually will set a set of handlebars in place, and when the rider comes in to pick up the motorcycle, we will adjust them any further if they choose to have them done any different. So after you tighten the bar clamp, you go ahead and you can throw your crossbar pad back on. Again, these are a set of Renthal 999 handlebars. They are a Jeremy McGrath Andrew short bend. So this is the same type of handlebar Jeremy McGrath or Andrew Short would be running on their personal motorcycles or bikes they would be racing in Supercross or whatever kind of motocross they were doing. So as you can see, as of the finish of the project, all you're going to do is tighten all your throttle, your brake master, go ahead and put your map switch and your kill switch back on, and your clutch switch, or your clutch, go ahead and put your clutch back on. After you do all that, just want to make sure that everything feels good. In another video, we installed a set of arc levers on a KX450F. So we're also going to do that on this bike, but we're not going to shoot it on video. So it's the same exact thing. So if you're interested in a set of arc composite levers, you can check that video out if you subscribe to our page. If there's anything else that you guys want to see on dirt bikes or four-wheelers or street bikes, make sure you leave a comment. If we're doing it in the shop, we'd be happy to teach you how to do it. If there's any questions you guys may have, just leave them at the bottom. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and check us out on the web at 561 Powersports. Like our Facebook page, Twitter, all the internet jazz. Thanks again.